Hi guys, so it's actually a couple of weeks since I was planning to do this video. Basically that makes no sense. I had realised that I had this video that I didn't really have an intro for because it was a snippet taken out from my manga readathon vlog, which was going to be too long if I just included everything. So this is the whole section. I thought might as well come on here and do a little intro as well because I picked up some books. As I mentioned, it's a couple of weeks later from that video you're about to see, but I went into WH Smith and I spent like 50 odd quid on four books. This is why I like to try and go to a Waterstones or another shop that sells books for cheaper, because on Waterstones at least I get technically cash back with my like points card and my stamp card, but with WH Smith they don't have anything like that, so it's literally so expensive. I literally just went to get a refund on some clothes which came to like £37, and I ended up basically sacrificing clothes for books, and I spent even more than that, but it's okay, it's okay. So some of these I just felt like book buying. The first one I picked up, I had like about 10 in my hand, and I thought, no, I can't get all of these, it's going to be over 100 quid. But the first of those I picked up, which was just a whim literally, and I thought, well, I don't want to just buy this, I want to get another one, is something that I think has been getting kind of like negativity. And to be fair, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, because I don't really like what I've read so far. But that is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. This is, I believe, a novella. I don't know which way you read this. I don't know if it comes after the whole trilogy. But I've only read the first book. I've got a review on that if you want to check that out. I didn't really like it that much. I think Sarah J Maas is one of those creators that I want to have everything from her works, even though I don't like her second series so far, which sucks, but still I couldn't pass it up. I didn't think they were going to have physical copies of this. For some reason I just thought it was going to be an ebook. But yeah, it's really tiny, so if I somehow manage to finish the trilogy before my holiday, I might take this with me. And then in my head I had holiday type books to get, and then I also wanted to get, I went in to look for some graphic novels as well, but I only came out with one, which I'll show in a moment, and it wasn't even one that I was planning on getting, but I'd seen it before and knew I wanted it eventually. But anyway, the next book I think I picked up to keep at least is this one. It's a naked hardcover of Summer Days and Summer Nights, edited by Stephanie Perkins. I thought this was the one with Rainbow Rowell in it, but I think that might be like the winter one, because I swear there's a winter one that came out first, wasn't there? Pretty sure. But I thought, again, this will be a nice one to take on my holiday with me, because I did want to take a few physical books, but the rest I've got some nice light easy reads on my tablet as well. But this I'm going to put in my holiday bag just to have something to look forward to, just nice snippets that I can read by the beach or wherever I'm going, by the water or whatever. So I've picked that up as well. Then I went to the graphic novel section. I was going to pick up, you know, Ruby, Rooster Teeth on YouTube created the animation. I watched like one episode, and then for some reason I never went back to it, but I thought the manga might get me back into it because it was inspired obviously by the show. And then I put it down in the end because it was just adding up too much, and that was almost like, although these were all spontaneous buys, this section of the video here, that one was just too much of a spontaneous buy. So instead I just kept it with Philip Pullman's Northern Lights, the graphic novel, which I'm excited about. I've basically got his other book, I can't remember what it's called now, but I wanted to reread the series before I got to his newest one, something to do with dust. I can't remember what it's called. And I've also got like a big like collection which analyses the whole series, which I also want to read, and I wanted to kind of read it alongside rereading this series again. But I thought graphic novel for at least the first one will make it a quicker read, it'll be fun, I can then read that other book that I was just mentioning alongside it, and then it will build me up nicely to the newest book that he's created for this series, because it has been absolute years since I first read these books, his Dark Materials. So yeah, this should be fun. And then lastly, for this random little bit of the video, which was supposed to just be an introduction, but of course turned into more book buying, is this one. It's a little bit of a dirty cover, but I looked at the nature section and so many books stood out because they're just so gorgeous and so beautifully illustrated. But I just whittled it down to one book for now. I took a few pictures of some of the other ones that I've got my eye out for, but this is Earth to Earth, A Natural History of Churchyards by Stefan Buczaki. I've never heard of it before, but it's really stunning. It says, join Professor Stefan Buczaki as he uncovers the wild animals and plants that thrive amongst the headstones, from the graveyard beetle to the mighty yew. Accompanied by specially commissioned illustrations and selected quotations, this beautiful gift book reveals the natural secrets to to be found in God's Acre, with a foreword by Lord Harris of Pendergraft, former Bishop of Oxford. Those names mean nothing to me, to be honest, but these illustrations and these photographs mean everything. Absolutely stunning. I think this is going to be a nice read that, if I don't read it beforehand, can be another holiday read. So yeah, potentially 3 holiday physical books I can take with me. Shouldn't be too heavy to put in my luggage. And yeah, anyway, back onto the next part of the haul. Right, so in terms of actual novels that I bought recently, one of them I actually bought from Asda a couple of weeks ago. My friend Maria, she actually had the pleasure of visiting a local bookstore. I think it might have been one of her Waterstones near her, where Giovanna and Tom Fletcher were doing a book signing of their duo-written book, co-authored book, Eve of Man. I know she loves Giovanna Fletcher, and I like Tom Fletcher from like his band days and all that sort of thing. But I don't actually follow them on YouTube, which I should do. I used to watch Carrie. It's way past my bedtime on YouTube, but I just haven't kept up with that family for ages. But anyway, I was really excited when Tom started writing books. I think he wrote children's books that I've read a few of, or I think maybe 1 or 2 of. But this one I was actually quite interested by, because I didn't realise at the time when she went to the signing that it was... Well, actually, maybe I did realise, but I didn't know that they were writing like a sci-fi sort of thing, and it's very different than what either of them write, I believe. So I'm really excited. This definitely was, I guess, an author buy and a cover buy, because it's absolutely stunning, and also because Maria had such a good time, I was like, yes, I'm going to buy this book. So it's a shame that I couldn't have made up my mind beforehand, and perhaps she could have got it signed for me as well. But this is just a stunning cover when you take off the sleeve. Beautiful naked cover. Absolutely stunning. Looks like a maze with a boy and a girl. There we go. And the end covers are absolutely stunning as well. So I should probably tell you what this is about in case you don't know. Okay, so all her life Eve has been kept away from the opposite sex, kept from the truth of her past. But at 16 it's time for Eve to face her destiny. 3 potential males have been selected for her. The future of humanity is in her hands. She has always accepted her fate, until she meets Bram. Eve wants control over her life. She wants freedom. But how do you choose between love and the future of the human race? It's going to be a trilogy, I believe, so very exciting. I'll hopefully get to this soon. And then I went to Leigh-on-Sea with my friend. We went to Leigh-on-Sea and Westcliff, my friend Megan. And we do like, whenever we hang out, we do like charity book shopping hauls, or not book shopping specifically, but I always look for books. I found this really, well, I didn't find it, she showed me, this really amazing little shop called The Book Inn. It's like a cafe bookshop, and it's really cute, and they had like an art show going on at that time all across Leigh-on-Sea, so it's awesome. Really nice atmosphere. Anyway, so in one of the charity shops I found this Alice by Christina Henry. I've seen this floating around for ages. I think it's on my TBR. I think my cousin has this, actually, my cousin Ebony, but I believe this is a series or something, I don't know. I remember, I think Chloe might have picked it up years and years ago, and or maybe she picked up another one, and the guy asked her if she'd read Alice, and we were like, no, and he was like, oh, I'd suggest that one first. So I think this is the right one to begin with. I don't know, let me see if it says anything about a trilogy. I'm going to look up, I can't look up it because I'm on my phone. Duh. Anyway, I'm just going to read you the synopsis. So it says, in a warren of crumbling buildings and desperate people called the Old City, there stands a hospital with cinder block walls which echo with the screams of poor souls inside. In the hospital there is a woman. Her hair, once blonde, hangs in tangles down her back. She doesn't remember why she's in a terrible place, just a tea party long ago and long ears and blood. Then one night, a fire at the hospital gives the woman a chance to escape, tumbling out of the hole that imprisoned her, leaving her free to uncover the truth about what happened to her all those years ago. Only something else has escaped with her, something dark and something powerful. And to find the truth, she will have to track this beast to the very heart of the old city, where the rabbit waits for Alice. This sounds amazing. I think it's like a creepy horror retelling of Alice in Wonderland. And in my head, I always think those ideas sound amazing, but I don't act upon it and read more or whatever. In saying that, it also reminds me of, is it called Alice Returns? I can't remember. You know, the PC game? I've got that game. I played a little bit absolute years ago, and I haven't got back to it since. And I don't know why, because I enjoyed it at the time. But perhaps I should do gameplay of that. Let me know if you want a gameplay of that I'm pretty sure it's called Alice Returns. I really can't remember now, but that was really creepy. I know it's an old game now, so lots of people probably played it. I don't know. Anyway, I got this for, I think it was £1.55. It says here anyway. Really, really cheap, so I couldn't say no to that. And it's lovely condition as well. It's not too bad at all. And then I went to Sainsbury's and I picked up 4 books. I wrote a thing on Instagram saying if I'd have gone for the black cover of Norse mythology, it would have made a nice like black, white. Nice little order. But anyway, the first thing I picked up was a little bit of a controversial one, I believe. But I'm really excited because I've seen, I think it was Mercy from Mercy's Bookish Musings talk about this. And it's by Renee Edo Lodge, Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. It also includes a chapter called Aftermath, which I believe is a new chapter. Perhaps it's the aftermath of this discussion. Oh no, I've jacked up the edges of the paper. Anyway, so this says, on the back it looks like a newspaper article to me. The book that sparked a national conversation exploring everything from eradicated black history to the inextricable link between class and race. Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race is the essential handbook for anyone who wants to understand race relations in Britain today. Sounds good, sounds intelligent, sounds like it could be political. I don't know, like, look, very newspapery. I don't know how well I'm going to digest it, but I think these are the sort of books that need to be read, they need to be understood. I need to widen my perspective on like being black and British and just being black in the world. I need to know more about that. My mum will probably enjoy this as well because she likes learning about black British history, black history in general. So once I'm done with this, I'll probably loan it to her if she's interested. Then we've got Neil Gaiman's Norse Mythology. Now, this was a tie-up. I did a poll on Instagram as well saying get the black edition or the white edition. Strange I'm saying that after just talking about race. But anyway, I had never seen the white edition before. So I was like, oh my God, it's beautiful. The black one looks really striking too. And I'm in an Irwin. I was almost debating whether to get both, but that's just silly. So I stuck with the white one because it was the only one there. I hadn't seen the white edition before. I didn't know there was a white cover. Basically, let me read this. I've been wanting to read it since it came out. I actually wanted the hardcover, but it wasn't there. And anyway, I think the hardcover was quite expensive for what it is though, because it's kind of a small book. So it says, before the beginning there was nothing, no earth, no heavens, no stars, no sky, only the mist world, formless and shapeless, and the fire world, always burning. The great Norse myths, which have inspired so much modern fiction, are dazzlingly retold by Neil Gaiman. Tales of dwarves and frost giants, of treasure and magic, and of Asgard, home to the gods, Odin and the All-Father, highest and oldest of the Aesir. I never know how to pronounce that. His mighty son Thor, whose hammer, I can never pronounce any of these words. Okay, Mjolnir makes the mountain giants tremble. Loki, Willy and handsome, reliably unreliable in his lusts, and Freya, more beautiful than the sun or moon, who spurns those who seek to control her. From the dawn of the world to the twilight of the gods, this is thrilling, vivid retelling of the Norse myths from the award-winning best-selling Neil Gaiman. Now, I didn't know if it was going to be like, yeah, it is, like a storybook. I didn't know if he was just going to do... Because when I saw this release, I wasn't sure if it was going to be like more of a storybook route or if it was going to be like factual but retold in his words. So it seems like it is like a storybook, and I think that's the thing that may have pushed me not to get it straight away, because when it comes to mythology, I feel like Rick Riordan, and can you tell I'm not very good with pronunciations. Rick Riordan, I believe it is. He's one of my favourite authors, believe it or not, so is Neil Gaiman. Is the king of retellings, and I just feel like I'm cheating him. And then of course we've got Thor and the Asgardians in the Marvel universe, and I'm like, well, I can separate those two. I haven't yet read Rick Riordan's Norse mythology series yet, but it's just, I feel like I've got all these pictures of these other characters in my head from these other authors or creators, and I'm like, please don't disappoint me, Neil Gaiman. You're my favourite as well, but please be good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm being really weird. Anyway, then we've got Yuval Noah Harari, Sapiens, A Brief History of Mankind. I actually picked up Homo Deus, Deuce first, A Brief History of Tomorrow, and then I saw that and I was like, I recognise that cover, and I wonder why I recognise the sort of style of this. And I looked to see if they had this one. They did, quite clearly. I've got them, so I picked up both of them. So I think they're like companion novels, but basically it's sciencey, I believe. So it says, does it have a little... has a little bit inside. Okay. On the back it's just something that captivates you, you know, little keywords that makes you want to pick it up. But inside it's got a little bit more. It says, Earth is 4.5 billion years old. In just a fraction of that time, one species among countless others has conquered it. Us. What makes us brilliant? What makes us deadly? What makes us sapiens? In this bold and provocative book, Yuval Noah Harari explores who we are, how we got here, and where we're going. Sapiens is the thrilling account of our history, from insignificant apes to rulers of the world. This sounds so exciting. And then we've got this other one, Homo Deus, which says, Sapiens showed us where we came from. Homo Deus. Am I saying that right? Deus? Homo Deus. I don't know. I should know. I bloody took a bloody science degree, didn't I? Shows us where we're going. Yuval Noah Harari envisions a near future in which we face a new set of challenges. Homo Deus explores the projects, dreams and nightmares that will shape the 21st century and beyond, from overcoming death to creating artificial life. It asks the fundamental questions. How can we protect this fragile world from our own destructive power? And what does our future hold? Very excited. So that's my little book haul. I should probably get reading now because I haven't read any manga at all today. So I'm going to jump on with volume 2 of Black Cat, I believe, and then I'll probably come back and let you know my thoughts of that. So yeah, I do hope you're enjoying this vlogish kind of video. I've been very inspired. And then last night I was watching a lot of Riley Marie's vlogs, her bookish reading vlogs, and I was like, oh, this is so much fun. I'm going to do some more fun stuff instead of just reading and showing you reading. Do you know what I mean? So book related still, but a little bit of spice to add to it, I guess. So guys, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I don't think I did an outro for that part of the video, but I thought I might as well come on here. I feel really antisocial with my sunnies on. I've literally just got home. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I had to split that from the manga readathon. It was just getting too long. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've got any of those books, if you've read any of them. And I shall speak to you in another video soon. Bye.